What up, y'all? I'm Bokeh Bob. Today we're going to be checking out the BSUN Paradise Island switches. Quick disclaimer before we start, I did buy these switches from unikeyboards.com, although they are an affiliate of mine. All opinions are my own and from my experience using these switches. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, then please consider doing so by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and checking out the affiliate link to the switches below. I also put a link to my beacons page down below, which will allow you to check out my other social medias and other recommended products and discount codes. The Paradise Island switch is yet another switch brought to market from one of my favorite manufacturers, BSUN. Recently taking the switch market by storm, they have come out with many great switches such as the BSUN Anaya, BSUN X, and the BSUN BCP to name a few. Let's take them apart, check out their specs, and see what we're working with. At a quick glance while popping these open, the first thing you'll notice is that milky top housing, which is made out of PA66 nylon. The bottom housing is palm. The stem is a long pole LY stem. And lastly, the spring is a 22mm long dual stage spring that has a 50-gram bottom out, which is pretty good middle ground if you ask me. It's not too light, not too heavy. Before we hear these switches, I would like you to keep in mind that I've been keeping the Mode Envoy I use in sound tests built exactly the same for all my switch reviews. This allows you to easily compare switch sounds from review to review. Hopefully this helps out in the future with decisions on deciding on switches. Let's get these into the Mode Envoy and see how they sound. First, let me know your thoughts on the Paradise Island switches in the comments below. How do you think they compare to other BSUN switches that you have tried or heard? Now, onto the perks and quirks, our favorite part. BSUN knocks it out of the park again. I really can't complain about any of the BSUN switches I've tried. Even if they don't suit my preferred sound profile, they're still a great switch. As like most BSUN switches, the Paradise Islands come factory lubed, which is great as BSUN is one of the best factory lube jobs in the market in my opinion. I don't hear any weird noises come from the leafs or springs. The switch is smooth and sounds great. It's got a little pop to it. Comparing this switch to other BSUN switches, it is for sure not as clacky as a BCP or an Anaya. I think this is due to the top housing being of the milky variety. I would say these are deeper in tone, but it's still a louder switch as you heard. I would compare them directly to the BSUN X switch in terms of sound profile. They're pretty equivalent. Now lastly, as another perk, they're only 46 cents a switch, which in my opinion is and should be the current meta pricing for any solid switch in the market. Now let's get to the quirks. What quirks? It is very hard to pick anything bad about these switches unless it isn't your preferred sound profile or you just think the stock lube job is bad. They come in a nice baby blue and milky colorway, they're smooth, sound great, and guess what? They passed my lazy test. The lazy test is me not having to lube any switches. I'm about sick of that, and I know you are too. This leads me to my recommendation. Yes, I would recommend these switches to anyone looking for a deeper sounding long pole linear that they can just buy and throw into their keyboard. Now I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to lube and film these switches, but it's not needed in my opinion. It really is a great switch from the factory. As always, I will put a link to these switches in the description below, and also make sure to check out a couple more of my reviews here. Oh, and like the video and subscribe already. If you made it this far, it greatly helps out with future content. As always, have a good day and week. Bokeh Bob out.